currently a part of two acclaimed shows that people are just eating up right now. On Hulu's Ramy, she plays the title character's unfiltered mother. And on HBO's Succession, she plays the wife of Logan Roy, Marcia. And we are very glad to be joined by Hiam today. I'm Charlie Bright of Gold Derby. And the first question I want to ask is about playing Misa on Ramy. What was your first impression of this character when you read the scripts for Ramy?
I really loved her. I mean, I loved the way Ramy knew how to write for my body of work in order to make this woman exist somehow and exist in her truthful way, you know, and her funny sides that I have not experienced in my life before, like in my character, in my career, really. And I was very impressed by the way she just like would outcome and say whatever is there on her mind without, you said it yourself, like without any filters. So like unfiltered women basically who would just talk with big heart, but with, you know, like she says things because she believes they are true to be said at that moment when she says them.
So circling to this season of the show, when I watched episode 6 of this season, the citizenship episode, I found myself equal parts laughing, but also just feeling so incredibly tense watching some of the scenes of the episode. Did you have similar emotions while you were reading the script for that?
I did. We're talking about the second season now and about the episode that is called They. But I think I had this as well with the first season where the feelings of this character are really mixed between sometimes laughter and sadness, sometimes, you know, like naivety and depth. I think all the opposite things and the opposite feelings can exist at once in her and at the same moment and at the same instant when you're watching her, when you see her. And I think that's another thing, because it's hard to really answer the first question with just one thing. I think everything about this woman was appealing to me as an actress, to kind of engage myself into playing her and not even judging her, or not, you know, because I think she, even if she's full of judgment, it's just like an instant moment for her. It's just nothing stays, like everything is out. So it's like she stays empty after of any thought or of anything, or sometimes of a feeling, but that wouldn't last really for so long. So this is what I like about her, really. I think she's a unique woman in my life. I don't think I met any other woman that is like myself. And I think this is where Ramy really succeeded something very big with the writing of this character.
So what I think is so interesting about Ramy is that at least you know, I feel like we are at such a surreal crossroads for this country right now, but also I think also for this world right now. And Ramy feels like something that really stands out in this incredible world of art that we have right now. And I'm wondering, do you feel like a show like Ramy can play a role in seeking greater cultural understanding throughout the world?
I think so. And I think so because I know Ramy, so I can speak about how much really like love, honesty, and truth he has in him. I would call it faith in life, faith in people, faith that belongs to him, but faith in humanity. And I think from that point of view, Ramy is someone that can play that part. Yes, I think really we've talked a lot, you know, about even like maybe future things we could do together. I don't know if they will become one day, real or not, but he is that sort of person. He really invites you to get engaged in order to change things. Not only just, it's not for the pleasure of having another show or having another character or having another part in your career, but it's about, there is a goal behind. And this is what I really like about Ramy, as well as a man, as an artist, as a creator, as a show writer, as a young person who has ideas. And I think the double culture in him is as well an open invitation to show that you can be American and you can be Muslim, you can be American and you can be Arab, you can be American and you can be anything else you want, So what's the problem, basically?
Couldn't have put it better myself. So I want to ask you now about Marcia on Succession. Even after we first met the character, I had a tough time getting a read on the character, and I was wondering what has surprised you the most about the character of Marcia on Succession as you've been playing her.
Everything is surprising when you do a show, because you never know ahead where the character is going. And I think every time you read a new script and you see that the character is going further in its arc, it's just very intriguing, really. And it's very, sometimes it's even surprising. For example, I was very surprised with what happened in the second season, because I didn't know that she would have that conflict with Logan, and I didn't think that she would be facing the character of Holly Hunter in the way she faced her, with that honesty somehow, with that clearness in mind. I thought she would just turn around the subject, but basically she's another character that is not afraid to say what she thinks and the truth, and she has nothing, no secrets to hide. Though I think her whole life is like a big secret somehow, but she thinks that that's her garden, that's her secret, part of her that has to stay for her, and it's not to be shared with everybody, which I really like about Marcia. And now that we are going to go to a third season, I hope that we will discover a little bit more again about Marcia, where the little discovery that we might have will create more and more ambiguity and mysterious sides to her, which I really love. And those are the things that are always kind of surprising me. It's like, where would she go? What are her limits? It's almost like she took the road, and we're waiting to see where she's going to, what she's going to hit next, basically.
That actually goes into the question that I wanted to ask now. What are you? Could you just elaborate a bit more on what your hopes are for Marcia in the third season?
I mean, I talked with Jesse Armstrong, the showrunner, main writer. We talked, but I don't think it's about influencing anything, but I think it's an exchange, really. And I don't know what's there for me in the third season, but I think from what happened in the second season, yes, there is a premise to something surprising, something new, something more to know about Marcia. And I'm very satisfied in the way it goes, really, right now, because, like when I speak with Jesse, I get whatever I get from wherever he is with the character. So it's not like, I think they're going step by step, and they're building step by step the arc of that woman. Comparing with the other characters where you know more about them, like at once, or more about them, during a season. Marcia stays like a character that comes in and out, and here I am. So when I'm there, like, how much am I going to give you? We will see. That kind of build up, really, which I started really seriously to love.
So I want to ask something. It's a bit of a nerd question on my part. I am in love with the Cannes Film Festival. I think it is this incredible thing, and you actually got to serve on the jury of the film festival in 2012, the year that Amour won the Palme d'Or. And I'm just curious, what was it like to be a jury member for the Cannes Film Festival?
It's great. I mean, it's really like, it's a lot of fun, basically. It's watching a lot of movies, but it's feeling as well like a little princess. You know, I think this is what is really nice about it as well. You know, I mean, you're served, you're just like you're put in a place that I have not been into in my life, and with a lot of trust from the festival organizers and as well from the filmmakers, really, because when you're in that place, you cannot. It's not a joke. I mean, you cannot just take things in a light way. You have to really be careful about how you watch a movie. You have to make sure you're not sleeping during any moment. You have to make sure that when you talk about a movie, that you talk about all the aspects of it, because you want to be just, and you don't want to be just like, you know, lightly judging something, because basically you're going to put these movies facing each other and basically comparing movies together in order to give them an order of prizes and awards that they're going to get. So I think it's at the same time, as much as it's fun and joy and as I said, you know, this princess sort of life for 14 days, it's still like a lot of thinking and a lot of work and a lot of serious. Like as I said, you cannot joke with that, you know.
I can imagine. I mean, do you like deciding like who wins the Palme d'Or? Do you like take like an initial vote of the jury members of like, what do you like? Like what film do you vote? Would you vote for this prize? And then do you like discuss it back and forth? Or I'm not looking for like the juicy details of that. Yeah, I'm just looking like for in general. Is that like how you approach that?
Right. No, you can ask. There's no problem. I'll tell you what I am supposed to be telling you, and not the secret side of the prizes and the awards, really, which I cannot say. What happened in my jury, and I think every president of a jury kind of puts a protocol of the way he wants his jury to be dealing with the awards during the 2 weeks, is that we were meeting every 2 to 3 days and talking about what we have seen so far. And like we share our thoughts about what we've seen. And I think everyone makes his own list of priorities. And then when the 2-3 other days come after, like the second step of it, then you start feeling that there are movies by a collective sort of thought start to stand up, basically more and more, you know, on like further up than the others. And then another 2-3 days until the end. And by the end, when we meet really for the delivery, basically what you find is those that stood up during the 2 weeks and they were more the subject of discussion, they become the movies that you're going to award basically. And then the decision of everybody, you know, like everybody basically votes to what he likes. And this is how we kind of manage the prices then, really.
So to a different bit of awards discussion, both the shows that you're involved in won big at the Golden Globes this year. Both Ramy won Best Actor for Ramy Youssef, and Succession won Best TV Series Drama and Best Actor for Brian Cox. What was your reaction seeing that, you know, not just one but two shows that you are very much a part of, you know, walking away with huge wins at the end of that evening?
I mean, happiness and pride, really. There's nothing else to say. You know, I was really very, very, very happy for Ramy, very happy for Ramy as a person, because I really love Ramy as Ramy, not as only the show, but as the person himself. And at the same time, I was very happy for Succession and for Brian Cox, because I think it's like I have such a connection with Brian that I really love, and I consider him a very important friend in my life now, apart from a great partner to work with. And for the show, I just loved, that the show gets something, because I kept hearing after the first season, people calling me friends or people I meet, how much they appreciate the show. And it's almost if I was really kind of like looking forward to that moment to hear that the show got something. And I was really happy. I was, again, happy personally and very proud to be part of both.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, Hiam. We wish you all the best this Emmy season. And to all our viewers, please make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel and to see all our latest content. And don't forget to go to goldderby.com and use the Gold Derby app to make your predictions and see if you can outsmart the best forecasters in Hollywood. Thanks so much again.
Thank you so much.